Hello, everyone. Welcome to One Global Movement. Speak with Heart. Speak with Heart is a part of One Global Movement where we want to be able to give our children, our young people, the voice, a humble voice, a reassuring voice, a voice that tells them that they too can speak up for themselves. They too can ask for things using their own voices. They don't have to go through other people, and they don't have to be shut off. It is their right, it is their own responsibility, and it starts from small. And so it is always an exciting time to be with One Global Movement, Speak with Heart, because this is where the future begins. This is where we want to be able to make sure that every child is not left behind, that every child matters, that every child counts, that the opinion of every child counts, no matter who and what they are. There is no measurement about our children. They are equal and their opinions count. And we, the parents, the caregivers, and the adults need to take that time to really listen to these children and listen with attention, just listening without interruption, making sure that we are understanding them, because a lot of children don't get listened to. Their voices are shut off. My voice was shut off too. And I say this from experience, not because of anything. And I've seen throughout the world as I travel, a lot of children's voices are being shut down and shut off. And I got in contact with one person in South Korea, this guy that nobody understood him, and he just needed one good thing, simple thing, music, and nobody, the parents, the some of the school teachers, the homes that he was put in, they didn't want to listen to him, but one teacher took the time to listen and figure it out, and that was something that was transformational to the children of the Lincoln middle and high school in South Korea. It happens a lot. You are there, you don't know what is happening with the children, next door neighbor, but we can only know when we model these good things for these children. And if we see something that is not good, let us find the appropriate authorities to make sure that they're going to do the right thing, not to seize the child away from the parent, because it becomes even more devastating when children are being seized from their parents. But we can teach the parents how to raise these children, because naturally children are supposed to be with their parents. It's so important. So it's always exciting to be here. At least to all of us who are here today, it's exciting. That is why we are here, because if you love to see your children happy, healthy, and wealthy in the future, you need to start it now. And I'm telling all
Mhm.
the women, the young women, everyone, even the men, because when a woman is pregnant, the man too is pregnant. Because that
Yeah.
woman did not get pregnant by herself. When they're pregnant, when that baby is 4 months, 5 months, or they begin to move, that means that they know, they can listen, they can learn things. So the mothers, I urge you, what are you saying? What is coming out of your mouth? Know that that baby is listening. What are you eating? And what you're eating doesn't just mean food. What are you eating with your voice, talking things? Are you positive or negative? What are you listening to? What are you taking in your ears? Is it positive things? Are they good things? Are you blessing your child, calling in those things that will be as though they are already here, like they are blessed and highly favored? You will come out to be a very good child. You will come out to be a good servant of the world. You will come out to contribute to other people's lives. Those are the things that we say to our children, ourselves. I say that to myself all the time.
Mhm.
I write it down, like I say, every single day is right here in this journal, and we're going to be treating journals for our children. So it's exciting. This is where we all need to, because we were children too, and not to invest in children is something that people are very they don't pay attention to those kind of things, that people don't invest in children. Because if you don't invest in a child, then therefore means that you don't have the interest of a child at heart, and you were that child. Think about it. Think about if
Yeah.
these were your children that are not going to school. These were your children that don't have food to eat, or the right kind of meal to eat. Think about the fact that Your child does not even have a home, a roof over their head. They are sleeping. I slept in the bush and in rain and sunshine. And so I know exactly what our children are going through in this life. Some of them, because their voices were shut off, they are not able to even say, or they tell them if you say it, you're weak, or if you say it, you're pesting people. So if you say it, nobody can listen to you because you will never amount to anything. All those things, I have heard them. I've gone through them, and I have scars all over my body to prove those things. But guess what? When you are given the last breath, when you are given the last breath by the one who created you, know that you were chosen and you are appointed and anointed for something greater than life. And that is why we are here today. This is so important. I say it with a lot of passion. And sometimes I just want to bust out in joyful tears because I am alive. What about the other ones who did not have these chance like I had? So it's so important that when we are here, we mean business. We mean life, because this is life. Investing in children is life. Think about that. Think about that. What about the children about your area, in your village, in your community? So we have, how many countries do we have in the world? We need to represent all those countries. And we, the Unperseverance, 1.4 million founders chosen by Mr. Ashman Farrer, has done that for us, make it so easy for us to do that, because Mr. Ashman Farrer built Unpassive with the foundation of a child, hopeless, in mind. He knew what he was doing, and he followed the vision, and he's doing it. What about you? What are you doing? Are you taking advantage of that? Let us take a leap of faith and seize this opportunity and run with it to all children of the world. So thank you guys so much. The topic for today, Melanie is supposed to be treating. Oh, who is here? Esther. Wow. Esther is here.
Melanie's in the chat, but I'm not sure if she can
Esther.
speak with
Esther
you.
is not coming up. I don't know why. I'm trying to click to let her in. Device not connected. Okay, device is not connected yet. Yes, Melanie is in the chat. If she's in the chat, it therefore means the internet is a problem. But guess what? God listens to all
Okay.
our prayers. We will get there. Mr. Ashman Farah is thinking about everything, Melanie. He is thinking about the entire globe. That is why we are here from all over the world. So thank you. The topic for today, it was a little bit longer. I didn't know how to shorten it, but our graphic designer, Briddy, let's clap for her because she's doing a lot behind the scene. I don't even know how she's doing those graphics, but she's doing it. She asked me to shorten it, and I'm still learning how to shorten things. So the topic was start small, grow big. What environmental resources are available for the youth to start building on their hopes and their dreams? So start small. It is always a very good thing to encourage our children, to encourage us to start small. Why do we have to encourage young people to start small and grow big? Why? Is there any reason why we have to encourage them? Encouraging young people to start small and grow big has several benefits, and it's grounded in various principles that contribute to their personal development and professional development, even business development. So it is so important. We have some reasons why. And the first one is, remember, I want to just make this distinction. Before you start growing, growth is both internal and external growth. And one has to follow the other. It's a must by nature. If a child does not grow internally, that is spiritually, psychologically, morally, socially, and otherwise internally, then that child will not be able to grow externally. No matter what they do, whether they go to school, they succeed, the business, or they will not, because that growth can be a curse on them if they don't really have these internal principles set forth and set well, because that is the foundation for them to then grow externally and for a long while, even generationally. Because when you build that foundation for a child, guess what? In turn, that child will continue to add upon that foundation for their own children and their children's children, and it continues. So that is why we are here. So you want to be able to build your child on ethical principles like integrity that we talked yesterday, like prayers, raising their hands up to the one who created them, like empathy, sympathy, like knowing that we were created in the same image by Almighty God, that I am not more than the other, but we are gifted differently and uniquely, because what I am good at, the other person is not good at, and I can also teach that person. And that person can also teach me what he or she is good at, because I am not good at. We live as a circle. When you go this way, you come to the same point. You go this way, you come to the same point. If we understand life to be like that, oh boy, we will be so happy and our children will be so happy. And that is why we are here. We are here because we are part of the same whole helping our children. So some of the reasons why they have to start small is that it develops their skill. When you build the
Mhm.
foundation of integrity in a child, it develops their personal, professional, business skills. And these are the skills that they will work with. And whoever they are working with, whoever is their employees, those employees will be happy because they too will have a taste of that spirit of integrity, and they will continue. And then you have risk management. When they start small, not you set your goals little by little, how you can achieve them. They have to be measurable. They have to be smart goals that you know that you can accomplish, and not just setting them so that they know that, oh, these are my goals. You set them how you can accomplish them, and you start small. And then you learn from there and you move on. Even when you fail, you know that, okay, I have to repeat it again, and then I have to move forward. So this is very, very paramount in our children. Start small. Don't tell your child, oh, look at you, that other person achieved this big, this person had this A grade and you're having only a B. Do you know that B that he or she has is very important, just as the A? But it depends on us. What are you thinking about your own child? So it's so important. Building confidence when they start small. When you achieve this, say, oh, when I publish a book, the first book, I'm like, I ask the people that helped me, I'm like, are you sure I publish a book? They say, yeah, oh yeah, you are now an international published author. I did not believe, because why? They helped me. They knew that I didn't have the money, but they knew that I have this very good story that can help a lot of people. So they helped me
Mhm.
without
Mhm.
paying. Left alone, I would not have had the money. But then I'm like, wow, I thought that was easy. Why was it easy? Because of the foundation that was built in me as a child, writing things down, writing things. So it was easy for them to teach me, for me to be able to write. And we published a book within 3 months. I'm like, wow, that is the same thing we can do here in Unpassive, in One Global Movement, with all our products, so that our children can have it. And then adaptability. When you start small, you easily adapt to what is available. And then financial management. So there's a lot of things here, and we will not be able to finish it because of
Mhm.
time. And then what are the environmental resources? What are some of them that are available for our children to start with? There are so many. You have their inner environment. We already talked about that. Their inner environment. They're talking about moral upbringing, honesty, integrity, the fear of the one who created them, God, contribution. Are they also helping other children that they interact with their friends, and sharing, showing compassion, empathy, and sympathy? That is so important. And then you have education and skills. What are you learning? What are you learning? If you're not going to school, that's okay. But do you have a skill, something that you love to do? What are you learning?
Mhm.
So those are
Mhm.
some of the resources. You can start with a garden, eat or dine from your own backyard. Plant a tree,
Yes.
plant a flower. That is nature. When you start doing that, things begin to move. If you're like me, you plant watermelons and you'll be so happy and carrying them all and taking pictures with them. That is to encourage other people, and you eat them. Naturally, it boosts your sense of self-worth and dignity, and knowing that you can produce something by yourself. Community centers. You go to community centers. They're all over the world. If you don't know, go to the library. And the library will tell you, will direct you. If you don't know, go to the police station, go to the fire station, go anywhere. People are willing to help, so long as you ask, and you ask with respect and dignity, because it takes respect, that inner worth, for you to be able to find out what things are out there. Then mentorship programs. There are so many mentorship programs. Look at Ash Farah. Look at Unpassive. We have everything under one umbrella. Unpassive. There is nothing that we don't have. And so we are here for life until we are dead, gone for maybe 1,000,000 generations. The footprints of destiny of Unpassive are still going to be here. And therefore, the footprints of destiny of one global movement. So it is so important. And other initiatives that are out there that are expanding now and growing, or that started because of Ash Mufare, is so important. Online learning platforms. We are learning now online. Back office is online. Look at us. We are talking online. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Job training programs. There are so many job training programs. I'm going to be training now to try to grow a certain kind of vegetable here. And thank God that God sent an agronomist my way who told me about a lot of resources. So I'm going to be learning from him. And if I come here in the future to talk to the young people. He's a young man too, but he's doing a lot. Career counseling services, entrepreneurial support, a lot. We have all those things here in Unpassive. So I'm going to let you guys chip in here, because it's a lot of things to do, but the time will not permit us to do it here because of the short time. So you guys go ahead and continue, my dear panelists. Thank you.
Corrina, Dr. Benny?
You want me to go first? Okay. It'll take me a few seconds. I can go first.
Okay, that's good.
You sure? Okay.
Sure. Nice
Go
to
ahead.
see you guys always. And
Nice to see
thanks for-
you.
thank you. Environment resources available for youth. Okay, to start building on their hopes and dreams. Well, depending, I believe, on the child and what their interests are, or what they want to do in their future. There is, of course, reduce, reuse, and recycle, being more conscious of what you throw away and where you throw it in the proper bins. Volunteering to clean up your community. I like to do that. And of course, educating our youth on how and what they can do in their home and community. Recycling, conserving water, choose sustainable, and shop wisely. If you are aware and more conscious of what you can do, what your resources are that are available to you, it can do a lot when we are all pitching in and doing our part. One thing I like to do is plant trees. I also like to use a reusable water bottle. Every little bit helps. Being wise, and I like to recycle lots too. But being wise about what you do, what you buy, what you waste, it's all helpful, and it goes a long way, especially when we all do our part to pitch in.
I'm so happy you talked about. I'm trying to think about the 3 R's.
Yes,
Recycling.
reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Is 3 are reuse?
Reduce,
reuse, recycle.
Recycle. There you go. That is something important for us for our children to learn, because a lot of the things that we throw away, we don't know that they can really be reused or recycled. So thank you. Thank you so much for that
That's very
contribution,
important.
Corrina. You always have very great points. Even though you have some of the greatest people.
To me, it's most important. That's what I do. Like, I only go on what I do, because that's, to me,
Well, of course, yes, that's right.
And that is why we are here, Corrina, because we cannot be here and be talking without having lived that experience. That is so important. People can only learn from people that have lived that experience, and that's what we are doing here. You're doing the right thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies.
So Dr. Benny is focused on education. I bet you she's going to say something about that. Hello, Dr. Benny.
Where am I? Hold on. Sorry. Great. I'm sorry. Oh, shoot. Oh, great. I'm sorry. God,
that's okay. We can hear you.
Sorry to say shoot, right? I'm not supposed to say that when in front of our children. No,
I know.
No, it's not good.
So we say it even.
You're human. It's okay. We make this.
Yeah, we are all human. Go ahead, Dr. Benny.
Thank you. I will say our outstanding presentation, my queen, Dr. Mundih.
Yes.
I love it. The topic is good, but I want to welcome each and everyone. Those who are on the chat, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for your support. You are our queens and kings around the globe. Thank you, Queen Corrina, for helping us. Thank you for supporting us as well. Our sweet Queen Yvonne Finn, thank you. You know, you have always been doing something, making Dr. Mundih happy. So,
Stop it.
but we're praying for our other sister to get well
Yes.
and come back
Yes.
to us.
Yep. Open.
And anyway, we want to thank our God for bringing all of us together, because God is going to take care of her. I pray that she should drink more water or something to get well.
Yep.
So when it comes to you talk about the key of small or big result. Now, when it comes to this, that you want to start something small, and then you grow, right? From small to big. It's the same thing like for our students, that you start reading bit by bit, right? You read, you take one, let me just say 30 minutes you read. But before you read, make sure you eat something. I'm talking about our children. Make sure, because when an assignment is given to you, make sure you eat just little, because if you eat plenty, you fall asleep. That is the fact. Eat, then you do your homework. So it takes less time and energy, right? It is always easier to start small, because when you start small, the resistance of doing small work is lower, right? Now, when it comes to the environment, we all know that environment matters a lot for our children. The environment, the way the environment where you grew up, it matters a lot. There are a lot of children or students or youth that when they give them homework, some of them, they just want to play, and you don't want to do it, which is not good. But you can sit beside another student, like next door to you, that student like to study a lot. So you will work closer with that individual. But if you have friends that they like to play, you will not be able to do your homework, right? Okay. Anyway, children needs to learn about the environment issues from the earliest age in order to gain valuable insight and to avoid adopting bad habits, right? Nurturing environment contributes to positive health outcomes and fewer developmental challenges. The environment is one of the most important influencing factor on a child's development, including the physical surroundings, family, bonding, financial situation, health, nutrition, and learning. Health is very important too to our children. So I would like our parents to do what it takes to help our kids. Again, it influences the way humans behave when it comes to environment, how they think, how they engage one another to grow in one process of the emotion. So I would like, if you're a single mother, well, it doesn't matter whether you're single or double, right? Double, which means that you're married. Please, I will keep advising you guys that environment matters a lot when it comes to your children. Please, please forgive me. I know I live in Washington, D.C. area. We do have certain states that it matters a lot to raise children. I was told, because I'm single, right, to bring my children in Montgomery County. All right. If you want to send them to a public school, they say the environment matters a lot. So I decided I'm in Bethesda. So I reside in Bethesda, and then my children go to BCC, public school. The environment is good for these children. So parents, I don't care whether you are single, environment matters a lot for our children. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
I think, thank you so much. I picked two important factors there: the strike and equilibrium. You've got to strike an equilibrium, teach children to not just play without learning, but to not just sit there and learn without playing, because we have to teach them. You sit and you study. It depends on them. Some, if you're like my son, 5 minutes, I'm done. 10 minutes, I'm done. But I'm wondering, well, how are you going to be done, But we have to monitor them to see how they will strike that balance so that they don't overplay too. But explaining it to them, because if we just frown and yell, they're not going to understand. We have to. Children don't take it 1 to a million times. You have to just keep, before you know, it will click without you even realizing it, and then they start to do that thing. You're talking about environment. I chose to be here for a reason, and throughout my son's schooling, I have always chosen different environment for the school. I studied the whole place. Minnesota is a good place to raise children, but still, there are certain areas that it's not good to live there with your children. And so one time when he was going to attend high school, and I was looking at 3 important schools, charter schools, and I applied to 2. They refused. They said, we don't live within the district. Do you know what I did? Some people thought I was crazy. And I sold the home that we had then very quick. I gave the home away very quick, and go and rent to the other school. That was the last one, and then I quickly got I went and I applied. I said, I just moved here. I don't have the mail. So what I did was I took my lease and took it to the school, but they did, but they waited for a letter. So the letter came, and that's how my son went to one of the best high schools. And that's what it is so important. Don't just, you're not poor. Poverty is of the mind. We are not poor at all. Yes. Don't think, oh, my bank account, I don't have. If you keep saying I don't have, that's exactly what you're attracting to yourself. Whatever you focus your energy on is going to grow and multiply in your life. Say, I have. Of course you do have. You gave birth to those children. You raised them, you clothed them, you fed them. That is wealth. That money is just an addition. When you have that mindset, you will never be poor. You heard me say several times, I'm one of the richest young women in the world. And you think I'm kidding? Because the way I raised my son and I'm raising the other 9 children is exactly the same way. And you see these children glowing with an abundant mentality. You cannot even tell them otherwise. I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, and I'm smart. And even though they are struggling in certain areas, but that is the mindset we should have. You tell me I don't know something, I say, oh yeah, I'm going to learn that, I'm going to know, because that's exactly what it's going to be. So we need to instill this in our children. Yvonne, go ahead, please.
So I just want to say, I totally agree with what you're saying. The priority there that you showed was that you have a child, a person that you're bringing up. They're going to be your future, as we say. So who would you blame if you send him to the wrong school? He didn't do well, blah, blah, blah. It is your responsibility. And it was a drastic move, and some people would make it. But I can tell you something about my own daughter. Like, I only have the one, and she's very brilliant. And what happens, she gets bored very easily because the classes tend to hold you back when you are, right? And they don't want you to go ahead on your own. They just curtail everything. You know what I'm saying, Corrina. They just force you to be where the rest is. And so she was a little bit, flustered. So in Jamaica, we have a very strict school system. And so I sent her there with my parents. And when she came back, she was ahead. And she kept being ahead now. You know what I mean? So it's the environment that they want to hold you in, and you can't sit there and just take it, because they were gonna put a stigma on my child and say she was a troublemaker, or they wanted to start, that thing, Ritalin, Corrina, that drug that is called Ritalin, and they wanted to give her that just to calm her down, and then she would become a druggie.
Don't get me started on Ritalin. My son,
it's ridiculous. So, and there was nothing wrong with her. She was just wanting to go ahead, and they would force her to sleep, and she didn't want to sleep in the days because she was not tired. She wanted to sit there quietly and read. She wasn't causing any problems. She was just not obeying to this. The
Yvonne,
restrictions is what you
always made me cry when I saw my son.
It's what you're always saying, Dr. Mundih. You're saying that we're not all exactly cookie cutters. You must respect your elders and the teachers, yes, but they must respect you as well. How will you learn respect, right? Yeah. And then another thing I want to tell you, this is something different that I was seeing online. So the whole culture is changing, and I think it's a good thing. In Asia, in China, those Asian countries there, education is taken very, very seriously. The kids will kill themselves if they fail exam. So online right now, there's a viral video because this father supported his child, his young adult that we're talking about, who did not pass an exam. And he said, he's got greatness in him. He will do better next time. And that is not something that they have ever heard. Yes. So the culture around the world, something is in the air. I think it's changing because we never thought we would hear that.
Yes.
We never thought we would hear that, right? Yep. Because these young people, they actually commit suicide because it's a shameful thing not for them to pass, because it's the culture of the country. And so when he stood up and he said, my son has greatness in him, he will get there. Yes. And they're making a big deal about it, but somebody else will do it. And so that's how you change a whole culture.
I so love, I thank you so much for talking about these things, because I bet you my son was in the same category like your daughter. And those kids that are gifted children, the kids are different in different ways. And your daughter is a gifted child. And my son was a gifted child. He started kindergarten. They're skipping classes. So I said, no, don't skip classes for my son. But here's what we came to learn. This boy will not sit still, fidgeting from one thing or the other. They will give homework, exam that they're going to take 30 minutes to 1 hour. He's done in less than 10 minutes.
He's done.
And the principal came. So why is this child disturbing the class? They said he's done. I said, no, he can't be done. The exam just started not up to 10 minutes. They give him that exam again. They gave it. And he said, I'm already done. They said, yeah, just do it again. He did it. He's done. And then he started drawing eyes on the mathematical problem, drawing ears, because he's bored. And the principal said, oh my God. He said, come with me. He said, no, I'm staying in here.
Child.
But the principal begged him. He went. They gave him crayons. They gave him other things. He will color. Mademoiselle, he was talking in French. I want to go back to class with my friends. And now, because the teachers, they did not understand that children like this, they need something more. He was fidgeting, everything, drawing. The teachers will get upset. Why is he always drawing? But you're talking out of anger, and you're supposed to be a teacher, a counselor for children. But guess what? What they did was they introduced the bouncing ball system in the school because of my son. This bouncing ball, he will sit, they bought it for him alone. Then
I'm not familiar with the bouncing ball concept.
But guess what? The other kids were crying. They said, no, I want to have it like a golden too. Why not? Why? They bought the bouncing ball for all the kindergartens. And so, then when he was in high school, they want to put him on medication for no reason. And the father said, no. This child has energy to spend. What do you expect?
They just need more love and more care and more time.
But they come to realize the teachers took the time. They said, this child, these courses are boring for him. So he started attending university while in high school. And free. That was good for him. And the same thing he has now. He does not waste time on anything, not for any reason. That's the way he was created. It doesn't mean that he doesn't fail some courses. He does. He does.
No.
But that's the way children are. And we need to learn to meet children where they are instead of imposing. Just like in Unpassive here, we see a lot of people like saying, oh, you're supposed to be attending this. You're supposed to go here. You don't know people's
Yes.
family dynamics. You don't know
Yes.
them. And we need to go along. Let them go when they can. And when they come, when they come. And the same principle applies to our children when we ourselves are doing it. Because if a child wants something, he would do it. And when it comes to him, the way that he's been created, he would do it. We follow it.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get it, we say, oh, thank God you tried. You tried. That is the first step. You could do better than that.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much. This is a very important topic. And
the institutions are not set up for individuality at all. They're set up for cookie cutter. Everybody has to be the same. And so they're frustrated themselves, the teachers or the masters or whatever. And so they take it out on the children. But it's actually neither one of them fault. It's just a situation that needs to be revamped. And I hope we're getting there, Corrina. Pray that we're getting there.
But another thing is this topic is so much a reminder to all of us, parents, caregivers, and adults, that you need to be involved 100% plus in your child's education or trait. Absolutely. You need to make sure, okay, honey, can we take a look? What did you study today? When you start very small, I bet you those children will come home and be telling you, oh, mommy, because my son is fond of that.
Yes,
mommy.
They do.
Guess what? We did this. It was very interesting. And then I was learning a lot of things from him. I don't even ask him anymore. He would just tell me. And he would discuss everything. And then when he failed, he said, mommy, I didn't quite do well at this. I wasn't focused because of this, and this. I said, okay, I'm glad I didn't focus. We'll focus next time. When you do that, children, if you see what he did now at his age, when he came home for Thanksgiving, because we started from the stomach. Don't frown. Sometimes frowning can just come because we are human, but make sure you try to rectify that and say, I'm sorry, honey, I didn't mean to do this. So that they too will learn to know that they can err, but they can correct it too. So this thing is so you follow your child to the Parents Teachers Association meeting, to their how do they call report card meetings here? How do they call it? The conferences, school conferences, their activities, their games. They are travelers. They are traveling out of the country. My son was chosen to go to France at 6. I said, I'm going there with my son. No way my son is going to be going anywhere.
I never got to go to France.
and then camping far away in Upton. I said, I'm volunteering for this school forever because my son. And then you see some children,
the wrong schools.
They are crying because their parents are not there. I will be there really. But even if you love that child, knowing that the parents are alive, they are not there, can never be the same for that child. My parents are not here. Everybody's parents are here. We need to really not do that. Because even when you're sick, I've seen mothers that have cancer, but still they are picking their children and dropping them off to school or to activities. We can do the same.
Yeah.
The mind. Let's put it in our mind and put the good things there. So thank you guys so much. Let's quickly go over this. Thank you guys for being patient. Patience is a virtue. Thank you. We have Tyrone. Thank you so much, Tyrone, for being here today. We welcome you. Come again. It's Monday through Friday. We love you and we respect you for being here today. Mahmoud Sahi, thank you, brother, for being here today. We thank you so much for joining us. I love to listen about your webinar every time. Oh, thank you so much. I love that. Our children will love you because listening to this, you are listening to help our children. Dedan, thank you so much, Dedan, for being here. I really love your picture. That's a beautiful picture right there. Thank you so much for being here. We love you so much. And then we have Partha Sankar. Thank you so much for your poetic reading. As always, we love you and we appreciate you for being here always. And then we have Jan. Can you pronounce that for me, please?
I would say Jahan Tukosh, but I'm not sure how to say that. That's a tough one. I apologize.
Thank you so much for being here today, brother. We love you. You have a very beautiful name. It's just that I think my tongue was messed up as a child. I couldn't pronounce things.
It's challenging.
Yeah, Kati, thank you so much for being here, brother. We love you. Jagannath. Thank you, Jagannath, for being here again today. Come again. We are Monday through Friday, and our beautiful Yvonne is here. Hashtag One Global Movement and all global Unpassivian affiliates. Thank you so much, Yvonne. That is for true. Through Unpassive, we are here today. Hello to your brother Tarunde, our brother. Mintu, thank you so much, Mintu, for being here today. I think this is your first time of being here. You are highly welcome here. I see you have some beautiful two little kids
ones,
there.
yeah.
This platform belongs to those children. And
Yes.
thank you that you are
Yes.
representing those children and other children in your
Mhm.
area. We love you and we appreciate you so much. And Yvonne is saying greetings to Mintu Kumar. And we have Mokla, sir. Thank you so much, sir. You're always a regular here. Thank you so much for your commitment to changing the world for the better for our children. And then we have our beautiful Corrina here, who is saying good morning to everyone, Sabs and brother Jan Barilla. Thank you so much, Corrina. We have Krishna. Krishna, thank you so much for being here. I think this is a new name, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother, for being here. You are highly welcome
Mhm.
here. Be sure to represent the children in your area so that One Global Movement can get to those children through you, and including your own children or family children. Thank you. And Melanie, who was supposed to take on the topic today, is in the chat. I think we are having some internet challenges there in Rwanda. But guess what? We are here to pick up after you, Melanie, and you are in the chat. Anyway, we love you, Melanie. And you're saying hello to One Global Movement. And then we have our DrBenny here, welcoming everyone here to One Global Movement. Momodu, thank you so much to us here on the panel, Ash Mufare, team and staff everywhere, and all my beloved global ambassadors. Thank you for everything you've done and still doing for us. God bless you, or God bless you too. Thank you so much for that, for being here, and you're welcome here again and again. And let me go here. We have our man, William Noamanya. Thank you so much, William, for being here. And we highly appreciate you. We see what you're doing with those children in Rwanda. Those are very happy children. Those are wealthy children. They are rich because they have everything that God has created for them. Thank you so much for being their shepherd. We highly respect you and love you. And then we have Aminul. Aminul is new here. Thank you so much, Aminul, for being here. Nice to have you here. We thank you for representing the children in your area. When you come here, you are representing those children so that in the future, we're going to be reaching out to those children through all of us who are here. Because if we don't represent our area, it therefore means that we are not representing our children. Thank you. Then Makla saw again say, when you see your company witnessing great achievements with the goal of surpassing itself, presenting the value of the company and the value of the product to the world, called through incredible. Thank you, sir. So true. And that is why we are here. Today is Hopeless Revolution, part 7. And that's the reason we are here, because we are descendants of Unpassive. And we have our man, Sabs, here. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you again here, sir. We highly appreciate your contribution to Children of the World. And hashtag, oh my God, oh connect, hashtag future of internet, hashtag virtual conference platform, hashtag online meeting platform, hashtag Unpassive ecosystem, hashtag video presentation, hashtag virtual meetings, hashtag live webinar, hashtag connection, hashtag global what? See. We're going to take a picture. That is good commercial right there.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to take a good picture. And then Corrina is saying hello to all our beautiful family here, name after name, with a very beautiful heart. Thank you so much, Corrina, for loving all of us here. We highly appreciate you. We have Pierre here. Thank you so much, Pierre. Good evening to all great Unpassive family. Thank you so much for amazing information and updates. I love you all. We are so in it to win it. We are so in it to win it. Thank you so much. And we have Melanie says, a child develops in interaction with his environment as long as the conditions for it are met, and this is personal growth. Thank you so much. I saw this in a video that Yvonne sent, and I've been talking about this, and we all have been talking about this. Our brother Levi is here despite the time in where he lives. He's here. Brother, let's get up. We can go to sleep. Thank you so much for being here. We love and appreciate you. And then, Esther, for some reason, the device cannot connect here, but thank God that you're here. That shows that you're getting better. My beloved One Global Movement panelists and all attendees, you all are welcome. Thank you so much, Esther. That God has listened to our prayers.
She has another one there.
Mercies for you, Esther. We love you so much, Esther. We are missing you here. We can't wait for that day when all of us will be here laughing so loud until the whole world can hear.
Yeah, so she can't talk.
I am here, my dears, but still cannot talk, but I am listening. God bless you. Yes, you're listening. It means there is life in you. We thank you. Kati. Hello, Kati. Thank you for saying hello to ma'am, Dr. Benny. We love you.
That was weird. I said thank you to Briddy for all that she does for us. I appreciate you. And it didn't come through. So I repeated it. And then it came through the second time. But it blocked it for some reason.
Oh,
I tell you, it's very
Briddy for all you do for us. Appreciate you. And this says this comment has failed to post to one. I was like, okay.
I don't know that is artificial intelligence. We program it, so sometimes it can be false.
It worked the second time.
Okay, good. And then Melanie says, when children are overtaken by fears, they tend to slow them down and freeze their progress. In fact, they end up stalling their personal development. We are here to help our children overcome this. Yes, by not even embracing those fears ourselves. Thank you so much, Melanie. I love your contribution.
Yes.
And then you have Raja. Our man Raja is here.
Raja.
Hello, Raja. How are you doing? We are glad that you're here again today with us. We highly appreciate all of you. And then Esther says, thank you, my beloved. I miss you all. However, God is at work and he will finish what he has started. And thank you all for all your good wishes for me. You all made me proud that I am loved. You are truly loved. You are truly loved. Thank you so much, Esther. Thank you for appreciating us. And Yvonne says, mastering even the smallest skill will have the power to build a young person's self-confidence. Smallest skill, because it has to start small, no matter what. Yeah. You cannot get to $1 million without a penny or a dime. You cannot do it. How do you run 1,000 miles, a marathon? One step at a time, one focused, intentional step at a time, and determined step. Then you get there. So true. Thank you so much, Yvonne. Then we have Dr. Benny. Children need to learn how to protect the environment, be kind to each other, and make decisions that benefit the world as a whole. Contribution, very important. Contribution is what is really going to help our children and all of us, and we can only do it by teaching them. Just remember, if it's important to you, you will find a way. Certainly true. If it is important, you'll find a way. Welcome, affiliates. Sometimes our children need to learn it to know that something's important, but that's why we are here to also teach them. But it is so true. If it is important, you'll find time. We have the time. We don't even have to find it. It's right there. And Dr. Benny, welcoming all the affiliates here. And we have Ashok. Ashok, thank you so much for coming again. We miss you. How are you doing? Are you doing okay? We need to know about you guys. We need to form ourselves a group so that when we fix One Global Movement club, we can then begin to go there one by one, but we need to form ourselves a group. If it is something that is good for you guys, you can send your number in to John Barilla, to any of us here, and we form that group. But if you're not yet ready, don't worry about it. This is great contribution here too. Unpassive is my heart. And oh, wow, yes, Unpassive has changed this planet. Yes, it has. Yes. It has. Thank you so much. And then, let me see. Am I missing any name? We have Darlene Roy is here again. Thank you so much, brother, for being here. Come again. Tomorrow, remember, it's a celebration of life. Very important. One Global Movement always picks a date towards the end of the month to celebrate our children, their lives. birthdays, their achievements, their successes, their graduations, their failures, because when they fail, it means they tried. We still have to celebrate them. Every little step of the way, we have to celebrate these children, because most of our children are hardly celebrated because of one reason or the other. So those of us who can do it, let us do it. So tomorrow, come with your meals, your drink, your juice, not alcohol. We don't want alcohol. We want to stop the start of alcohol in our children. So come with anything, your water. Let us just celebrate while Yvonne is going to be entertaining us. Thank you so much. Yes.
Oh dear.
Okay, Esther said something great here. To our youth, please note, a word is enough for the wise. If you have no one to teach you the way of good life, make good use of any opportunity that comes your way, even a word of advice you heard. Thank you so much, Esther. And a word of advice you heard from your friends, parents, when they are talking to their child is enough for you. Catch on it, analyze it, and apply it to your growth. Opportunity, they say, comes but once. One global movement wish you
It's been cut off. All the
all the
best.
best. All the best.
Yes.
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 Thank you so much,
Yes.
Esther. And Melanie says, "Oh, bless is a gift for us. We need to encourage our children, build self-confidence to develop themselves and be able to embrace changes in their environment to tackle the opportunity of Oh, bless. Oh, bless Revolution Part 7 today. That's why everything that we are doing here in One Global Movement, it falls on the crevices and the premises and the heart of Oblast. And we are so grateful for Ash Mufara and Unpassive for this. So thank you so much. And then we have some show.
Summer Shore.
Summer Schwartz. Thank you so much, Summer Schwartz, for being here. I see you and your beautiful wife. Thank you guys so much. And you are there representing your children for all of us. Thank you so much for being here. Come again Monday through Friday. We love you so much. And then Sap says, Dr. Benny, may I remind you, eat to live and not live to eat, all in moderation. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And then Levi said, your mindset is what matters. Just say, I can, and everything will follow in it. So that is certainly true.
Yeah.
You can, you will start doing it without knowing. And our
You are the
beautiful
creator.
sister from Croatia saying hello to all of us here. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being here today. We love and appreciate your presence and your contribution. And Dr. Benny is saying hello to everyone here. And I'm just going down and seeing what else. Did I read it? I think so. I did that, right?
No, you did not.
Oh, to
That's from
every
Esther.
youth and all parents listening to this discussion, never allow the world to give you a name that is not yours, no matter what it takes you. Rise above the name and prove them wrong. Yes.
Amen. Amen.
I also say, never allow anyone to tell you that you're useless, because you're not. You were
right.
created with greatness within you. Nobody can take that away from you. Only you can take that away from yourself. Don't let somebody
Absolutely.
control your mind, telling you what to do, trying to control you because they themselves were controlling their lives. They want to bring that control to you. Don't let it happen. Don't hate them. Just don't hate them because they don't know what they're doing. Love them, pray for them, but do not do what comes out of you, what God created you and gave it to you, and you will be happy with your life. We have Jody. Hello, Jody Rice. Thank you so much for being here and saying hello to all the kings and queens on this webinar today in the chat and on the panel. Thank you so much, sister. Come again. We appreciate you. And then we have
Carmela. Carmela.
Camilla. Okay. Thank you, sister
Hi,
Yvonne.
Carmela.
Such destroy their confidence if they allow such a. What is Camilla? Can you read it too? Read it, please.
She just said hi and oh bless.
Okay.
Hashtag on
And then
passive.
we have Dean. Dean Islam is a new face here. Thank you guys so much. This tells me that we are really spreading the
Hi, Dean.
gospel of unpassive.
Yeah.
We are spreading the good news for children around the world. This is what we have to do. We're doing it for the children. Remember that. And we all have to come together to do it because we all have children, or we have children around us or in the family. So thank you guys so much for hearing about One Global Movement, and you're here. Come again. Thank you, Esther. Any child can learn and build a name and achieve his dreams. What is most important is to set goals and work towards results. Little goals, small, little achievable goals, guys. That is so important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have Palmer. Thank you so much for being here, beautiful sister. We love you. Come again. And then, did I miss any name, guys?
No, I think you've got them all now.
No new. Indrajit Mitra.
Indrajit Mitra. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for the cheering. You are our cheerleader. You're clapping hands for all of us here. Thumbs up. We are in the right place. And prayers to the one who created us. Thank you so much. We thank God for Mr. Mufara again and again, because without Mr. Mufara, we will not be here. Mr. Mufara doesn't even know that the dream of 11-year-old girl is coming to fruition. It's already happening. The dream of Corrina, of Yvonne, of Dr. Benny, of everyone here is already happening, because he followed his intuition, his natural intuition, the one that was given to him by Almighty God. He followed it, and today he has assembled the best world global family that nobody has ever. Unpassive. And we are now descendants of Unpassive. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. I think that if I miss any name, please forgive me. It's not by design, but we are here together. I think Anne just pop in something. Aloha, our sister, Anne McClemore. Thank you so much, Anne, for getting here in time to say hello to all of us. Thank you.
Aloha.
Yeah, tomorrow is celebration. Remember, towards the end of every month, we are celebrating all the birthdays. So the birthdays in November are going to be celebrated. And the zodiac sign, like they say, is Scorpios and the Sagittarius. So let us do it tomorrow, but we're going to be doing it, but we're still going to be doing it. That is still part of our children. Our children, you see a lot of children, they look down on themselves. They're confused. Nobody has ever said, oh my God, happy birthday. We love you. Nobody gave them a hug. They don't even know what it means to have a parent. And we are here. We need to do that. We need to come out with program, because this is one of the programs, celebration of our young people. It's going to be there for life. We have to think, because I think every day I eat, it bothers me. And I think of children that are not eating. I would just cry. I say, but God, I don't know how I can do. I'm doing the best that I can in my community, but there are still other children further away. Take it from me in spirit, and let these children also eat like me. We need to do that. We need to do that, because that is the only way that we can be happy. Anne says hello to everyone again here. Oh, Anne just came, and she's on fire right now. She's on fire. Aloha, pleasure to be here. She's on fire. And this is a new name. What's the name? Unpassive Emoradi
Rafi.
Yeah. Rafi, thank you so much, Rafi, for being here. Hello, welcome, Unpassive family. Flowers, beautiful flowers. Had Mama. See, Mama is precious. Mama is great. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks for your patience. It's almost 1 hour. Ooh, thank you guys so much. Thank you. It's because of the excitement. Tomorrow, let's celebrate. Thank you guys so much. Without further ado, I'm going to give the closing remarks.
Okay.
But I always say thank you, because thank you is the greatest thing that we can do before we get to reach to people physically. So we love you. We thank you. Come again here. Encourage other people to come. And if you've not already done so, take the time, 1 minute to share, subscribe, and like, and turn on the notification bell, so that we can get these materials disseminated all over the globe. And when you do that, we too are One Global Movement. We want to make sure that we also subscribe for you to also build your own channel. That is so important, because we are supporting our children all around: business, academics, home, personal, community, friendship, whatever. That is why we are here. So thank you guys so much. But just remember, and always remember this. Yes, Dr. Benny. Just always remember to stay focused, stay encouraged, stay empowered, and always believe in endless possibilities. Mwah. I love you all. Love you.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, thank you.
Love you guys.